What is up, Gears fans? This is your boy Retro Gamer coming at you with another edition of Gears Monday. In this little execution gameplay, I got a special treat at the end. I got a little 4v1 clutch at the end. What's special about it is that I had one bullet left against the last guy. He got so pissed at me. So make sure you watch the whole gameplay in its entirety. I did pretty good in this gameplay. I had a little bit of everything going on. But this video is not going to be talking about the gameplay itself. It's going to be more talking about Cliff Bleszinski, the guy that does the lead design guy for Epic Games. I was reading an article earlier today, and he was talking about that the next gen consoles need quote-unquote face-melting graphics to succeed in the next generation, which made me wonder about, because when we was talking about, I was talking to someone yesterday about how graphics shouldn't necessarily make or break a gaming console. I think that if you look at the way Nintendo does it, the reason why Nintendo has so many sales or is the best-selling console is because it doesn't put its premier focus on graphics. It puts its premier focus on gameplay. If you look at the graphics for the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 as we speak right now, those would be acceptable. I think that if those consoles went into the next gen with those graphics but increase the overall experience of the gameplay, I think that not many fans will be complaining about the graphics didn't increase or such and such like that. So I'm going ahead and read the article, and this article was him talking at PAX East last week, and he was basically saying that in order for these consoles to pass the test, they have to succeed graphically. And I'm wondering, like, okay, from a developer standpoint, yes, you want your consoles to increase graphically, you want them to look pretty, but he doesn't touch on the gameplay. Now, a lot of these new games or recent games that come out have the graphics, like Crysis 2, Gears of War 3, Uncharted 3, to name a few. But the one thing that those games lack is gameplay. Now, they're not, don't get me wrong, they're not fun. I'm not saying they're not fun to play, but it has issues. It has lag issues. It has lag compensation issues. Gears of War has issues with the sawed-off shotgun. Even Cliff Bleszinski would even know that himself. Uncharted 3 has issues, and Crysis 2 had issues too. So the games look good, and he's more focusing on making the graphics look even better, but not really focusing on the gameplay too much. And I don't think that these games need to have an upgrade in graphics to succeed. I think they need to fix the overall gameplay experience and then focus on the graphics later. I think because what happens when you focus on graphics, it means that they have to spend more money in the technology to increase these graphics, because you're not going to get an upgrade in graphics and pay the same amount of money. You know, when you upgrade, you're always going to pay more than what you paid for the previous graphics. For the previous graphics. So and if anyone knows how business works, when the vendor or the company pays these corporations more for these technologies, unless they're developing their own technology, which still in the end is going to cost them either way. When they pay more to upgrade technology, that means the cost of games is going to have to go up because they spent more money for these graphics and stuff. So let me go ahead and touch on some other points that he made. He hopes that that these graphics will take these consoles to new heights, and he goes in and talks about the Xbox, talking about that the Xbox is going to have built-in Connect features, and he wants the Xbox to internet ready, meaning that internet streaming, game streaming, have all these features that enhance the Xbox. Sounds all good and dandy, but what is going to be the starting price of the Xbox 720? In a recession, there is no way that you're going to increase sales by making your consoles higher. There's no way. So in a pretty picture, it looks good to have all these features, but given in today's economy, there's no way in the world that you're going to be able to maintain the sales that you had by increasing prices. You know, I remember when games were $39.99, $49.99. now it's $59.99. What is it going to be? $69.99. What is it going to be the price of the Xbox 720 on release? $600. I mean, the way he's talking with not just the Xbox, but the PlayStation 4 and the 720. His idea of thinking is that we're going to add all this stuff and all these new features on there, and are people going to have enough money to buy all this stuff, all these features? Then you gotta consider accessories, because you got to include the accessory rate, the service plans. If anything happens with these consoles at the beginning of shipment or release to the public, you got to figure out, are they going to have any issues to them, because protection is going to have to cover in all of that. Microsoft and Sony are going to have to service these consoles in order for them to succeed. So he's only thinking from a developer's state of mind, having all this stuff. Now, of course, I would love to have all that stuff if the price was going to remain the same, which I know it's not. So it's not realistic to say that you're going to have the same amount of sales. Now, granted, people are going to still buy it, because not everyone is on the same level financially, but you're not going to have as many people buying it. I know, even for me, if the Xbox 720 came out, started off at $600, and then you got to add the accessories, and they're going to pay over almost close to $800 for the whole package. I don't have $800 to be shelling out to Microsoft, and then to continue to pay for online and whatnot, and all the extra stuff that comes with the Xbox and stuff like that. I don't have that type of money to spend on that type of things. So from a developer's state of mind, yeah, it looks good, because they already got the money, they got the buku cash. They can talk about adding all this stuff because they already have money in their pocket, and they're looking to get more money in their pockets. From a consumer standpoint, not everyone has that type of cash to be throwing around on a gaming console, which in turn, these great ideas that you have will be nullified because of the fact that people don't have that type of money to spend. So it made me think that, at the end of the day, all we want really is a good game. We don't need to have these outstanding graphics, off-the-wall graphics, 3D graphics. You need to have a 3D TV. Oh, the next capture card is going to be able to record in 3D, and you're going to have to wait for fucking 20 hours for that shit to render. We don't need that. We just fucking need a good game to play. I'm all for innovation, but if the innovation is going to make these prices skyrocket to the point where it's not affordable, then maybe innovation isn't such a good thing. I don't know. Maybe if we were in good town financially, then this would be a great idea, but I don't see it being to the point where it's very affordable, and I just don't see it. This idea of thinking is only going to drive the cost for these game developments, and I don't know if the company's going to lose money. Now, one last point about this Xbox 360, 720 not being able to, you cannot be able to play used games. They're thinking about the money. From a business standpoint, thinking about the money is a good thing, but you also got to think about the consumer. Are you gonna lose money because people can't buy used games? I think they will. I think they'll lose more in their game, because I have a lot of friends that only will buy used games. They don't buy new games. So if you limit that market to them, to only buying new games, you're not gonna get as much money from those customers that only buy used games. So then, if I was a developer, I would be thinking from both sides, because I'm a two-way thinker. I think of how it benefits me and how it benefits the other party, like my subscribers and me. How does it benefit both sides? If I'm a developer, I think about how I can make money, but also help the customer, save money, or at least not spend more than what they were spending before. These guys don't think that way, and that's the problem here about this new innovative idea. It's not going to work unless you make it affordable for everybody else. So yeah, so this is what I want to talk about. In the comment section below, tell me what you guys think as far as, do you think innovation can be made and still be the same price or affordable, or do you think Cliffy B is just talking from a developer standpoint or whatnot, that it's good to have all this stuff, but if it's not going to save the customer, then it's not really worth it? What do you guys think? Let me know. And yeah, so enjoy the rest of the gameplay, guys, and this is your boy Retro. Peace.
No way. I almost...
Your wife's gonna watch around like a pussy somewhere. Better be a pussy and run away. Not that really that hard, you just shoot at them. I'm complaining, I'm not complaining, you just run away that way, a big ass pussy.